is Heath Hale. We're getting to know Heath if you're just joining us. Heath, tell us some more about yourself. What should we know about you?
Well, Bob, before we get into me,
Sure.
I called you last week and told you I was going to be here, and you asked me to bring you a present. I brought you a present.
Oh, that's right.
Bob.
I said if you give me a Japanese fan, I'll pay you back.
Well, they didn't sell Caltrain in Tokyo, so I brought you a Japanese fan. And just to capture the memory of how this thing happened.
You know what they do have in Japan? You said they didn't sell Caltrain? They have a soap in Japan. I know because I got some of it. And when you use it in the shower, it causes the fat.
Wow.
I kid you not, to actually come out of your pores, and then you can even feel it. You get kind of oily.
That's called soap.
Are you
It's
sure?
called snake oil.
I know. But you can get it. They have a lot of the Japanese places in New York.
Are you sure that's not icy hot?
No, I kid you not. I got some of it. So what do you have? I'm sorry.
So, to commemorate my time at the zoo,
What's a beautiful
I got you
thing?
this Japanese fan with a tiger on the other
Look at
side.
that, man. Thank you. That is very nice. Little
Robert, you'll have to fan Bob every morning.
Feel the grapes. Hey, man, that's nice.
You got more duties now?
Yeah.
Can we now turn the AC up from 63 degrees since you got your fan, Bob?
That's probably my biggest fan, as a matter of fact. Thank you very much. So tell us more about you, Heath.
Well, I'm always outdoors. I love the outdoors. I love meeting new people, and I love traveling. I actually have a really cool story. I was able to visit another friend who was studying in Costa Rica, and I went backpacking through Guatemala, Costa Rica, and Panama for 9 days. This was 3 years ago, and we were on the last leg of our trip coming back from Costa Rica, from Panama to the airport in Costa Rica, and we couldn't get on the bus that we were supposed to get on. It was delayed. We weren't going to make our flight. So we did what any American in Costa Rica would do. We hitchhiked. So
you're this blonde-haired kid.
And my other buddy has red hair and a goatee. We didn't look like locals, to say the
A
least.
red-headed kid and a blonde-headed kid, and you're hitchhiking through.
We're hitchhiking from Panama to Costa Rica.
Okay, did your personal safety enter into this in your mind at any point?
You know, we felt like it was a very safe place. We both speak Spanish, and we were pretty comfortable. But anyways, we were headed to the airport, thumbs in the air, and a Toyota 4Runner pulls over. And it's two white boys with blonde hair from California. They pick us up, and they say, yeah, we'll take you to the airport, but first, we're going to make a stop at the Lions Inn in Costa Rica, do a little surfing. So long story short, they get me out there. I tell them, it's a dream for me to try to go surfing. Let's do it. They put me on a board that doesn't have a fin. It doesn't have a leash to my ankle. So anyways, they get started. Within 5 seconds, they're 100 yards ahead of me. After about an hour and a half of paddling and trying to make it to where they are, I'm exhausted. I don't know what's going to happen next. The waves are getting huge, and by this time, I'm halfway to Venezuela. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, if I start to struggle, then I'm going to lose my breath. Just keep cool. When this little Costa Rican girl, probably 12, 13 years old, walks out on the reef and starts waving to me as if she's a flight director. So I try to get to the angle that she's telling me to come in on. I'm crashing through huge waves. There's a real big wave coming. I try to duck under and take cover. Well, I lose my board, and I come up, and as I'm looking for my board, I realize that I've also lost my swimsuit. So now naked, without a surfboard, I swim rapidly with the 12-year-old girl.
This is not going to end good at all.
Oh, it gets better. So now I go do my best to get my surfboard. She guides me in perfectly, possibly saves my life. Whenever I get to the reef, she hands me a pair of sandals so I don't get any urchins in my feet, and I walk with her with my surfboard covering my private region, and I'm heading back to my buddy.
An entire region, is it?
It is an entire region. I'm headed back to my buddy who is videoing this, and I look to my left, and 20 yards to my left is a beautiful restaurant with a balcony and about 300 people watching the entire thing go down.
Do they applaud?
They turned their heads and went inside.
How about that? He can tell a story. Heath Hale. It's been to get to know Heath Hale, who was actually in Japan. The reason he wasn't with us on Friday, he was our fifth and final contestant. Heath, I know there's one other thing that we didn't get covered yet this morning before we go. It's a business of yours that helps, it's a fundraiser. You say you don't make any money. It's a fundraiser kind of thing that helps the community.
In 2008, a partner and I started a company called Bagaroos. Go to the website bagaroos.com, and we work with local PTAs, churches, and nonprofits. It's a reusable bag company. They get bags customized. They sell them for $5 a piece, profit $2.50 a bag, and that's our way of helping people, local nonprofits and schools, raise money, and we help educate the kids about the environment.
That's pretty neat. He showed it to us. Bagaroos with a Z, B-A-G-A-R-O-O-Z, but stuff's inside itself, so it's, you know, real small. You put it in your pocket or your purse, and you don't forget your bag when you go to the store. So, for instance, you've got it with you.
Exactly.
Ingenious thinking.
And if you've got a company, you want to get it in your color and put the name on the front, yeah, I'm endorsing myself, but hey, give us an email and we'll get you some custom bags.
Well, Heath, perhaps we'll be seeing more of you. I certainly know it would be a delight if we do. It's been fun having you here this morning. I know that from a timing standpoint, there are 4 other contestants or finalists that would have loved to have been here on the day that Dirks Bentley came in. So you drew the lucky card there, huh?
I feel like I drew the lucky card getting to hang out with Dirks, but really just when I landed in Texas, that was the luck that meant the most.
There you go. He is Heath Hale. To see more about him, see what he looks like, or learn more about him, just go to kvet.com. And all the stuff that we talked about this morning and anything that you did not hear can be re-listened to, as we say, on the podcast at kvet.com on the Bob Cole page. Almost said the Bucky and Bob page. The Bob Cole page. Maybe it'll be the Heath and Bob page.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Bob.
See you, Heath.
So we'll know more on Wednesday. They tell us at 7:10.
Adios, Austin.
Audio Radiance. You're the best.